Welcome back to BashFM. Yes, we're back, episode 16. Welcome back, Oh my god, what a week it was. Last Sunday we talked about my birthday and all this amazing stuff that happened that week. Last Sunday I worked. I don't know if I said that or not. And I ended up doing a spot bashing out. It was crazy. Last Sunday recorded the episode, whatever, went to work, and then the headliner that week couldn't do Sunday, so the MC switched to headliner, and then it was supposed to be my buddy MCing because he was on the Sunday show anyway, so I switched him to MC. Guess he never knew. No one told him from what he said. So he didn't show up until late. So the owner was like, oh, well, he's not here. He's not MCing. Another guy on the replacement spot on the show ended up MCing. My buddy showed up to MC and they're like, nope, you can do a spot. And he's like, oh, I was supposed to MC and now I'm only doing a spot. This is bullshit. Before he left, he looked at me and he's like, you're probably going to do some time. And then he stormed out and left. And then the owner came up to me 2 minutes later, 10 minutes before the show. And he's like, you're doing a spot. So is Kia, my boy, the bartender that night. I was the doorman. Okay, let's do this. Let's bash out. My boy was opening, Ryan Watson. He opened the show. And then I hopped on, bashed out, truly bashed out. It was so sick. Made jokes about how I'm like, oh, look, the guy who works here is doing a spot. You know this is going to be amazing. Guess what? Your bartender's next. Killed. Did great. And then did my set. It was awesome. And then, I closed my set by saying, thank you guys. You are going to love your bartender. Perfect. It was epic. It was so epic. Yeah, so Sunday was amazing. Ooh. Amazing. So fun. That to cap off the amazing week I had for my birthday. The bash week, as they call it. So amazing. I can't believe it. And then the owner of the club told me he was proud of me. My boss, because of... he loved the set, first off, said I did amazing, but then there's a joke I've been doing, and then last time he's seen it, he's like, I want you to switch the lyrics, or the lyric, well, it is a song joke, but it's on, I'm sure it's on my YouTube somewhere anyway, so you can see it. It's Pina Colada joke. Switch out a line. I'm like, yeah, I always wanted to switch out, and he told me he was proud of me because that bit killed. Anyways, it was amazing. Great night overall, and got to do it with my boy Jason Allen, also from London, Ontario. Pretty much amazing. One of the best birthdays. The day itself was amazing. Best birthday week ever, probably. And then this week overall was amazing, man. What a good week. What a bash of a week again. Trying to take this all in and enjoy the week, you know what I mean? So Monday did University Tavern, the Ian show that we took over, me and Carmina, every other Monday. University Tavern. Nancy, the owner, the best. Rita as well. Amazing people there. So we did a show, and there was this heckler who just was like this drunk guy who knew the owners. Kept talking. I could tell he was gonna be annoying even when we first stepped in there, but just kept heckling. Got in a comic's face at one point. It was crazy. I enjoyed it because I'm crazy, and it was annoying still too. It wasn't all fun and games. No, I got annoyed too, but I enjoy like the craziness too. My boy was just doing a joke about Italy, how he's Italian, and he's like, where are you from, blah, blah. He's like, Sicily, and the guy gets up, he gets in his face, where in Sicily, where in Sicily? It was crazy, and then he kept calling my buddy Jake Storm out, he's like, you're lying, blah, blah, and Jake's like, Jake's joking around, like doing crazy jokes. He's a crazy jokester. And so he's just like, no, everything I'm saying is true. Blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, you ever been to India? He's like, "Yeah, all the time." And he's like, you're full of shit. And he's like, what? No, everything I say is true. And the guy just goes, you're sad. And then Jake's like, you're happy. It was so funny. And then the guy's like, I'm gonna burn you, buddy. He kept saying burn as in like roast, like I'm gonna make fun of you, and then his jokes were just questions of him getting mad at everyone's set. It was crazy. Went to Swizzles. That was epic, obviously. Swizzles is always epic. Swizzito. It's what we do every Monday. Emmett threw everybody on. He did normal autos, but then the last spot was last people in the bucket. There was probably like 5 of us. We each got a minute, did our thing. I went up, said, how about that Jewish guy? Because there was a Jewish guy before me. Very funny. He killed it. I thought it was funny. It got a laugh. Epic. Yeah. Amazing time, honestly. Like I said, just enjoying this. Gotta eat better, though. Me and Carmina have been eating a bunch of pizza and random delicious stuff. After shows. Probably got pizza after Monday, was it? Maybe something. We got something for show. Anyways, Tuesday was lit too. Did No Forks Given spot there. Great show, honestly. That was really fun. Got to try out some new stuff, some whatever. Had Rift. Great time as always. And then actually my boy from out of town was in town. Luke Bond, very funny comedian. He was doing that show, and then after he was in town with his new dog, American Bulldog, and I love my bullies. Look at Doobie right there. So I wanted to meet him, so after the show I'm like, can we come meet your dog? He wasn't far away, so me and Carmina walked to the building, and then we met up with him. Bill the Bulldog. He was beautiful, such a good boy. A rescue. A little crazy. A wee bit crazy, but no, not really. Super chill, super friendly. It was nice to see an American Bulldog. He actually looked like Doobie's sister, Bela. So that was nice. I love seeing dogs. I'm a dog guy. Yeah, we met him. Hung out at my boy Emmett's house. Never been there, so that was cool. And then we went to Cassette, this cool bar. Stays open all the time. Got a chili dog. Played some music. And actually, the song of the week, Piece of Me by Lady Ray and Ghostface Killah. It's Piece of Me remix. Ghostface Killah's in it. I heard that at Cassette. Such a good song. I'll let you take a piece of me. I hope you find the peace you need. And if that's not enough, I'll let you go peacefully. I'm an amazing singer. Amazing song. Look it up. But I heard it that night at Cassette. Been jamming it all week since. That was a really fun time. I felt sick at one point during that night because I hit a joint and somebody rolled it with tobacco. And I wasn't used to that because it's been a minute. So I felt like shit. I had to go lay my head on the bar, just chilling. The guy, who gave me the blunt came in and gave me a big cup of water. That was nice. He could tell I was way too out of it. Anyways, that was fun. Really good time, like I said. And then oh yes, that night me and Carmina, so Luke dropped us off. We got pizza. Too much. We got 2 slices I think that night, and then I just was basically donezo. Me and Carmina walked to my house, and we stopped on halfway, smoked a joint. Just tired. It was so late that I walked to my car. I was going to drive her home, and then we ended up passing out in my car because I was like, give me a 20-minute nap. And then we passed out. Woke up. We passed out at like 3 probably. Woke up at 6:30 just in my driveway. Halfway, I had to pull up a bit So we're not parked in my parking spot. I'm just out a bit, which doesn't matter in my driveway. But just woke up like, what the heck? We were up for like 5 minutes. Like, oh, that was crazy. And then my neighbor came out of the building. Perfect timing because she needed to leave. I was in her way, but she didn't know anything. She thought we were probably just pulling out anyways. But we slept there. And that's how I know Carmina loves me. And if you're watching this, I don't know if you watch these, but that's how I know she loves me. Because she would have Ubered home if she didn't. I passed that. Why not just Uber home? She's like, nah, I want to sleep with him in the car. Spend some time, quality time with my brother. Anyways, I know you love me. Yeah, that was crazy night. That was crazy night. Yeah, Tuesday and then Wednesday, epicness again, not really, kind of craziness. Before Eddie's, I wanted to go to Eddie's, but then I realized I had to delete a bunch of stuff off my phone because of the space. That took like an hour, so I was like, whatever, I'll just do that, and then I'll write for Pizza Taché because I was gonna host it. So whatever, writing, got some stuff done here, and then made my way to Pizza Taché, and guess what? There's a Spurs game on. They have a 98-inch screen TV right in front of where we perform. There's like 8 people there to watch the game. No show. I was there with other comics. Me and the one guy decided I can't really do it. We can't disrupt these. One, they're Quebecois, first off. Secondly, there's 8 of them trying to watch the show. And then there was like 6 more people, maybe 8. No, there's probably 8 people to watch the comics and 6 people to watch the basketball game. Couldn't interrupt the basketball game. The other people were watching the game too. The people to watch us. Whatever. So it didn't end up happening. A bunch of comedians came too, which is rare for Pizza Taché. And they couldn't do anything, so they all left. And then JP, the producer, my co-producer of Pizza Taché, shows up. He's pissed at me for not doing the show. Kind of realized it's hard. But then during halftime, that's when we did a show. We did a quick show. JP's like, we're all doing 5. It was me, JP, and Jake Storm. 3 of us. Carmina showed up, didn't want to do a spot. But there was 3 of us to do the show. He's like, we're all going to do 5 and that's it. JP opens with like 12 minutes. Halftime's basically over when I get up. These people are not interested. They're getting butthurt. A bunch of young kids hating riffs and stuff. I'm trying to do my jokes and it was tough. I got some laughs, but not much. It was just tough, so I did like just about 5 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I'm donezo. See you later, alligator. And then, so Jake Storm goes up, and that got crazy because the game's back on, so people started watching the game again. These kids are watching him, but they start getting into altercations. Shit hit the fan. Someone almost wanted to fight him. It was crazy. Luckily, nothing happened, but it was, even the owner was like, damn. Or not the owner, the manager. He was like, damn, that could have got crazy. Luckily, it didn't. So that was a wild show. It was craziness, whatever. Jake and JP left. Me and Carmina stuck around to watch the game because I kept being like, let's just watch the game. It could get closer. And I kept being like, hey, if it gets down to this, the deficit is like slimming by this time, we're going to continue watching. Kept doing it. And then the Knicks made the greatest comeback in finals history. 29 points they were down in the third quarter. Ended up coming back to win it. Takes game 4, goes up 3-1. And then you know what happened yesterday. They won the chip. But that was craziness, yo. Jalen Brunson was going crazy. That guy's clutch as hell, yo. Look into that guy, clutch. And then, of course, the most amazing shot of the night, one of the greatest shots of all time, when Jalen threw up that 3, didn't go, and then OG out of nowhere fucking volleyball spikes that into the net, basically. Bash! They win the game. Crazy comeback. Go up 3-1 rather than tying it 2-2. If it would have been 2-2, whole different series. Nah, 3-1, guess what? Pulled it off yesterday. They're the champs. Amazing. Jalen Brunson deserves that finals MVP. OG Anunoby, amazing. He deserves it. Everybody, those two killed that shit, man. Wednesday was amazing. Thursday, worked Gabba Goofs. There was an Italian show at Absolute Comedy. My boy, Andreas the Cellist, it was his show. He put it on, he hosted. So it was nice. I got to introduce him. I was like, yo, welcome to the stage, your fucking comic, Andreas the Cellist, Gabba Goofs. It was called Gabba Goose. Bunch of people in the scene, Italian people. It was great. Beasts from Montreal came down to do the show. And that was actually the first time I seen the Abs headliner that night, Sharon Mahoney. She was upstairs. The Gabba Goose was downstairs. Sharon Mahoney, hyped up like crazy. Everyone was telling me I'm going to love her. She's one of the best people has ever seen. Amazing headliner. So, storage ran out of my phone. So the podcast got shut off. Sorry. What I was saying, Sharon Mahoney, really hyped up. Great comic, great headliner. People hyped her up too much for me. She didn't live up to the expectations people said. She's really great though, really funny. Just not my type of style. And people kept telling me she was gonna be she's like, wow, you're really gonna like her. You know, her closer you're gonna love. And I thought it was good. I thought she was good. Just not really my type of comic, you know. Other than that, what else did we not get? So watched Sharon Mahoney, watched the Gabba Goofs. Great Thursday, and then went to Poor Boy After Hours. And that was really fun. Got to try some new stuff. It was a really good show. Tried out a joke that sucks that I know I'm never going to do, and then added some tags to new jokes. It was a really good time. And then afterwards, me and some comics, we went on a crazy poutine adventure. We hung out for a while until like 12:30 maybe. And then I was getting hungry, and I wanted a poutine. It's been a minute, so we went on a poutine adventure. It took a while, and got a poutine, and it was not worth it. It was not great. It wasn't. And I'm not going to say the name of the place because I like that place. And apparently their poutine is famous. Nah, it had like McDonald's size fries, the thin ass. Not great. I didn't like it. I like thick fries with my poutine, you know what I mean? Whatever. It was still fun. Great adventure with the friends, the other comics. That was Thursday. Friday, just worked. It was a good show. Got to see Sharon again. Same thing. Good. Not my favorite, but really good comic. And like I said, people hyped her up so much. But anyway, she did crush Friday, I will say that. Absolute crushed. It was a really good show. Just work, basically. Not much going on. And then afterwards, a coworker who was young, he's like 19 or 20 something. He's never smoked weed and he wanted to smoke, so I ended up smoking with him, and he got way too high. It was the type of high where you're just like, I have to deal with this now. Like, he was eating pizza and he just kept making yummy noises, like, oh my god. He was just making yummy noises while eating pizza. It was crazy. Kind of annoying, but funny too. He was saying funny shit. He did the classic, oh, this is nothing. You guys do this? It didn't even get me high, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, you want more? And he's like, yeah, of course. What the hell, blah, blah, blah. All right. Gave him some more. Then he got way too high. He played great in pool, surprisingly, but sometimes you get high and you play great in pool. I know I'm the king of that, kind of. Because sometimes I get high and I suck at pool. So what can you do? What else? Yeah, that was pretty much it for Friday. Saturday, I started a part-time job, which was nice. I had a butcher shop, so I don't know if it got cut off in the podcast. But I started a part-time job at a butchery. That's fun. So worked there all day, and then drove to Cornwall for a show. Amazing. I got a feature, do 20 minutes. That was really fun. Just like the first 5 minutes, which I might upload to my YouTube channel. I also just put a short out from that set. But anyways, the first 5 minutes, might put it out on YouTube. It was just me talking about Cornwall, making jokes, because I was the feature doing 20. So on the way in, I was writing a bunch about what I'm seeing and stuff. So just did local Cornwall like stuff, bunch of cool, fun things, and it did really great, which was fun because it did great. And then I did like 5 minutes on that, and then the 15 minutes just doing material, doing great. It was so fun, really good time. Really felt like a feature act, because I just was making references, being present in the moment. And it was really fun, really great time. Awesome set, awesome time, so much fun. And then drove back to Absolute to watch the Knicks win the championship. Oh, they won the chip, sonny boy. Jalen Brunson, beast, 45, 47 points, something like that. Finals MVP, of course. Who else would it be? Amazing. Greatness. True greatness. And then, pretty much that was that night. It was a good time. And then Sunday, tonight's UFC. White House, crazy that they're doing that. I also want to shout out Biggest Bros Entertainment. It's a podcast. I've been listening. Well, they started on No Jumper. It's a Lil House Phones podcast. I've been fucking with Lil House Phone since like 2017, and he's been doing this podcast since like 2020 maybe. It was originally on No Jumper. They had a beef, so the last 3 years it's just their own thing. It's on Biggest Bros Entertainment YouTube channel. The podcast is called Reconnected. Amazing. Tune into that if you can, because it's so good. Like I said, Piece of Me is the song of the week. UFC tonight. I got Topuria, I got Pereira, I got Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi's going to take Sean O'Malley out. Other than that, thanks for watching. It sucks it got cut out, but it won't happen again. Probably will, but maybe not. Who knows? Thank you. Have a good one. Bye. You're the best!